So, hello everyone. My name is Elaine Waterman, and I'm the Executive Director at the Firehouse Art Center. We are a nonprofit art gallery located in downtown Longmont on the corner of 4th and Kaufman. So before we head into the gallery and talk to any of our artists, I just wanted to say thank you to America's veterans. Thank you for your service and for keeping this the land of the free. And in the spirit of healing, the Firehouse Art Center acknowledges and honors the Arapaho tribe, the original people of the land upon which the firehouse sits. We also wish to acknowledge all other indigenous tribes and nations who call Colorado home. It is because of their sacrifices and hardships that we are able to be here sharing this art with you today, and the Firehouse believes that we can only grow when we have a better appreciation for the history, legacy, and contributions that the tribes have made not just to this region, but to the nation. So as we walk into the gallery, we are going to be talking to an artist, actually a couple of artists, for our Inktober 2020 Artist Member Group Show. And we're going to start with conversations with Brandy Coons, our curator.
Hello. Just to introduce our current exhibit, it is our Artist Members Inktober Show. We invite artists who are in our membership program to create drawings along with the Inktober prompts, and we will hang anything that they bring us. We don't require it to be matted or framed, which is exciting because it makes it very accessible and kind of an interesting energy. If you don't know, Inktober is a drawing challenge for the month of October, created by an artist named Jake Parker in 2016. There's a single word prompt for every day of the month, and the challenge is to create a drawing every day. Some people manage to do it every day. Some people, like myself, aim for 30 or 50%. And then, we will hang anything that people produce, so long as it contains ink. And we're pretty open about mixed media and how the work is put together, which is pretty exciting too. So there we are. We hang the work with push pins, trying not to damage it, in order by prompt. And we do actually, within our guide, reprint the full list of prompts so that when you come to see the exhibit, there's a reference. And then, so as you can see, there's a different number for each day because the artist don't always make it every day. And there's a variety of styles, colors, media, technique, and so forth. So this exhibit, we actually went out on a limb and painted the entire gallery gray, which is a big leap for our typical white cube presentation. But we did that in order to offset the works themselves, and I feel like it's fairly successful. It kind of gives the work a mat and a frame without requiring that expense and effort from our artists. And so this show has a really unique kind of organic energy to it that I enjoy. What else can we talk about? Let's see. I'm going to switch it over, actually. I'm going to introduce John, who is one of our artist members, and actually, he wins a prize, TBD, because John is the only person contributing, of the 18 contributors to the show, who completed every single day. And if we want to close up on any of his works, do we want to step in and look at those before we point the camera at John? He did these drawings in a sketchbook and then mounted them on 4x4 canvases, and so they're easily identifiable throughout the show as well, which is kind of fun. There's a diversity of presentation in that. We're John Kakuda. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Brandy.
Do you want to talk about your thoughts on Inktober?
Sure, yeah. Last year, actually, I hadn't even heard of Inktober. Brandy was actually the first person to ever mention to me. She said, "Are you going to do it?" And I hadn't even heard of it. So it was like a great invitation. Looked it up and got really excited and got started. Last year was a lot of fun. I took a totally different direction and I had lots of color work with colored inks. This year I went more just with the black and white, but I did want to say one thing about Inktober and what I've noticed over last year and then again this year. Most of it happens on Instagram for me.
Oh yeah.
So, and I'm sure, social media around Facebook is pumping the same way, but Instagram is huge. And the community there is something, I just see something amazing happening between what social media affords and the way artistry happens, and then the way community can bring all of that together. It's unique. If you look at what happens for the most part on social media, there's a lot of like partisan rancor and also just people ideologically being at odds with each other. But in Inktober, you have a single prompt that a whole community contributes that day, and you see the diversity that gets celebrated, you see the approaches and the artistry, all of it sort of happening and expressing in different ways, but also around the same ideas, so there's commonality. And that, you look at the comments and the feedback and the love that all of that gets from everybody, even people just starting off for the first time and watching their improvement. It's just incredible. So I love it, and I'm so grateful to the Firehouse for putting on this type of an exhibit so I can see from local artists and members of the Firehouse how they've executed. Because some of it's private, right? You don't post everything if you don't feel like it, or if you don't have an Instagram, so you're just participating. And so here it's like real live, in motion, get to see it all, and also in context, so the collections are great. I love just having that moment to like pause on each prompt word and take a look at what happened.
Yeah, there's an interesting, last year it happened more often than this year, but we would get a whole day where it was a single word prompt, and then you would see everybody doing semi-related reactions to those prompts, like this independent, you sort of start to notice a commonality that maybe you didn't know was there before.
Right.
Like for Trap, you did Admiral Akbar.
Yes.
And my husband and I were sitting around brainstorming that one, and I was like, oh, we gotta do Akbar. Somebody's gonna do Akbar. So
And it happens too. You look,
Yeah.
If you look on the word on Instagram, it's like 20 different Akbars out there. It's great.
Yeah.
So-
So everybody has their own take on it, like their own style, their own presentation. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Also, we do want to mention that the works are listed for sale. This is our second Inktober show, and we did not do this last year because it was complicated and we couldn't figure it out. But this year, we have set up a tiered pricing structure so that there are 3 categories of prices within the show, $25, $35, and $50. And the sales support both our local artists and the Firehouse itself. So if you are looking for a really unique holiday gift, come and check it out. The show is only up until November 22nd, so now is the time. You can make an appointment by giving us a call or contacting us online, or on Fridays and Saturdays we are open from noon to 5.
Do I have time to do a little quick once around, or?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Grace says.
Grace says yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a minute. Yeah. Should we talk about which prompts we're looking at? So we've got teeth, throw, it's here, hope, disgusting, slippery. And it's interesting to notice the trend. Our social media guy Connor was talking about how action verbs seem to be less popular. We all love a still life. Armor, outpost, rocket, and storm. Grace, do we have time to go all the way around, or do you want to, what do we got? 15 seconds. Oh, whatever, let's do it. Trap. Dizzy, which is another fun, like, convergence of inspiration. I love that. Coral. Sleep, featuring a haiku by one of our interns, Chelsea Rice, brought us haikus, which is fantastic. Chef, Rip, which several people took for RIP, which is awesome too. Dig, Buddy, Hide, Music.
Which I thought would get way more people to do.
Oh, yeah, it's surprising which ones end up with more.
Float, awesome.
Shoe, and Ominous, and then capping it off, Crawl.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
We're going to head into the back to the South Gallery.
Hey. Look how organic this feels. Actively working. So in our South Gallery for November, December, and January, we actually are hosting a residency program in partnership with Nest Studio for the Arts, which is an organization/program of CU Boulder, the Nature, Environment, Science, and Technology Studio for the Arts has a set goal of intersectionalizing the arts and sciences. And so they offer fellowship programs throughout the year. This year, we are hosting their fellows, Amy Hoagland and Jennifer Cole. Amy is a visual artist, and Jennifer is a psychological researcher. So Amy will be physically making things in the space, and Jenny will be conducting research inspired by and based on people's experience of the completed exhibits. So hi, Amy.
Hi, thanks for
Hi.
the introduction, Brandy. So here I'm working on laser cut cardboard forms. These are from 3D scanned rocks that come from Clear Creek Canyon. The process that I used here is called photogrammetry. So I took multiple images around a rock and then used a computer software program to stitch the images together to create a 3D file, which I then edited and sliced to be laser cut into these forms that I'm working with using a mixed media process. I'm painting, adding texture using recycled materials like sawdust that I'm building up atop of these forms. So I'm working with sawdust and glue and kind of, in a way, creating my own MDF with the rocks. I'm just interested in creating interesting textures. A lot of my work, I'm really interested in how humans relate to their surrounding environment, which also feeds into the research that Jennifer and I am doing.
So where do you go to scan the rocks?
So this is
And the scene?
in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is from a specific spot in Clear Creek Canyon. So it was like along the river. I just found some interesting rocks and took photos with them that I used to create these 3D files that are becoming these sculptures.
Awesome. So Amy, you are an MFA student working on your MFA. You just moved to Boulder last year.
Yes.
Study sculpture.
Yes.
But you will be spending every Friday here in Longmont, invited friends, chatting with people. So if you are interested in seeing this process in person and watching it go, Fridays from noon to 5, and the gallery is open. Amy will be here. You can come and chat with her and ask her anything. So we do want to also touch a little bit on Jenny's interactive element of kind of incorporating the scientific understanding and research project that is paired with Amy's art. Jenny put together a bit of a presentation to talk about that. You want to tell us what's
We just want to brief people on what psychological research is. So Jenny put up this nice sheet of paper that explains a little bit about psychological research, and we're encouraging people to write research questions about their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors related to art, just so people gain an understanding of what this research means and what it can do.
Yeah, it's really exciting for us because we are constantly asking ourselves, you know, how do we evaluate the work that we're doing here in the gallery? So having someone with a data-driven approach is very exciting for us. And that experience to analyze that information. So, yay!
Yeah, so come on in, grab a sticky note, and write a research question related to art. We've got some interesting ones up here already. Like, do people prefer to do art indoors or outdoors? Does being hungry while looking at art alter one's experience?
Yes.
And how has COVID changed how much people view art? So we'd love to hear what you have to say as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool.
Well, okay, so let's see. Yeah, we're moving now. You good?
Yep. Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
Okay, so heading through the gallery, we are going to go upstairs. Just down for a second. Oh, it's heavy. Grace, will you grab that question, that piece of paper right there? Thanks. Okay, we're moving. We're going to Studio C, which is our upstairs classroom. And we don't have classes going on there right now because, well, of COVID. But you might be able to hear some people talking upstairs because we've got some kids in this area. Okay, guys. So, okay, so we are going to, I have to put down my computer so I can actually see what's going on. But here are some kids that are participating in our Zoom art classes. And you can see some of the artwork that they've made. So I am going to go over and talk to Eli first. And, hi Eli! Hi! So, you saw Eli's works right here. We've got a panda, and the chickens where we learned about sorting and counting, and our still life bowl of fruit, and our Van Gogh landscape. So, Eli, I wanted to know, did you have a favorite project?
It was that one we did really recently, that the farm.
The farm?
Yeah, that one.
The one where, I just had to put the picture down. The farm where we had the rows of the fruit and vegetables?
Yeah, that one.
Awesome. And as far as painting or drawing, thank you. As far as painting or drawing, which do you think is your favorite? Like, what do you like doing the most for artwork?
Well, I like that. I think I like the farm the best too.
Really? And that was painting, right? What kind of paint did we use?
Tempera paints.
Tempera. Awesome. We did use tempera paint. Well, excellent. Thank you, Eli. Did you have fun during this class?
Yes.
Yay. Do you like art? Yep. Awesome. Well, your art looks fabulous, and we are going to move over here, and we are going to talk to Violet. So, Violet, can you tell us what you made?
I made a picture of a weaving.
You made a picture of what?
Weaving.
Oh, you used the weaving loom that came in your creativity kit.
Yeah.
Yes. So during the summer, we had a creativity kit that bingo, if they did the full bingo sheet, they got a kit filled with all sorts of art projects. And Violet was one of my students for the summer, and she finished her whole bingo sheet, and she made this fabulous weaving that she is standing right next to. Did you have fun making that?
Yes.
Was it hard or easy? What do you think?
Easy.
You thought it was easy? Well, it looks fabulous, and I really like the colors you chose, too. How did you pick the colors?
They're kind of fall colors.
They what?
They're fall colors.
They are fall colors. I love them. Well, thank you so much for sharing your artwork, Violet. And we're going to move over to Bowden. So, hi, Bowden.
Hi.
I am going to ask you a couple of the same questions, but I guess I wanted to ask, how old are you?
6.
6. And Violet, how old are you?
7.
6 and 7. Okay, so this is our Art Sparks class, and it was an age range of 5 to 7. So Bowden is standing in front of her artwork, and did you have a favorite project?
I like the fruit one.
You liked which one?
The fruit.
Oh, the fruit! And the fruit is actually above her. So we did still lifes with fruit, and that was a lesson on shadows and highlights, and I think you did a great job. I really like your farm painting that is right above your head as well. Do you have a favorite art medium, like painting or drawing with pastels? What's your favorite thing to do with art?
I like using Sharpies and pencils and oil pastels.
Say a little louder.
I like using oil pastels and pencils and Sharpies.
Awesome. I also like using oil pastels and Sharpies and colored pencils too. So we're going to move over. Thank you, Bowden, for sharing your artwork. We're going to move over here to Joshua. Now, Joshua was a student of mine during the summer, and he's also in Art Sparks. And he has his 2 paintings and a drawing of a lion. Joshua, do you remember when we did the lion?
First class.
It was the first class. Can you tell us about the number of furry lines that we put on our lion?
100.
100. So we counted to 100, and we added 100 furry lines to our lion. And did you have a favorite project?
Fruit.
You like the fruit too. Wow, everyone seems to like the still lifes. But it was fabulous. I think that your fruit bowl looks great, and I really like the shadow that you put to the left and also the highlights on it.
Did they get to eat the fruit when they were done?
No, well, I don't know. We did talk about our favorite fruits, and a lot of people said strawberries. So if your favorite fruit is a strawberry, just say yes.
Yes.
Really loud. Yes! Yay, me too. I love strawberries. Thank you, Joshua. You have done such a great job during this session. And we're going to pan over here. So these kiddos are not here today, but we have a lot of artwork from the Brewers. So this one is by Seth. This grouping right here is by Seth. And Camden. It's okay. It just does that sometimes. And then some of the other lessons that we did during the summer. And over here, we have artwork by Emma Hill, and she is a student from our older kids class. And so you can see we did a couple of different things. We did printing with metallic inks. We did patterns with markers. And then we also did Zentangle with watercolors and peacocks. So, I'm just going to get a scan through. So thank you guys. Do you guys want to wave and say bye? Bye. You guys did awesome. So I wanted to say thank you to Longmont Rotary because without their help, we would not be able to hold these kids' classes. And I also wanted to thank SCFD and the Boulder County Arts Alliance, as well as Longmont Community Foundation and the Community Foundation of Boulder. So thank you guys for your support of the Firehouse, and thank you guys for coming to art class and coming to the Firehouse. We will see you guys later, and we're going to say bye for this live stream. Thank you so much, and we're going to open the door at 6:30 for anyone who wants to come in and see the artwork live. Thanks, guys. Bye. Everyone. Bye.